Welcome to the Men of Action Network. The Men of Action Network is a life coaching system designed to support men's needs towards accurate living. For short, we call it MOAN. Welcome to our podcast. Today's segment will be called Sins of the Fathers, where we'll explore the long-term effect of bad decisions and choices made upon generations. Sit back and enjoy. Drum roll, please. We're talking about sex.
Yes!
Oops.
I like sex.
He's kind of
I ain't dead.
Well, no, it's an important subject, and it's a very normal subject. Although I think we live in a very over-sexualized environment.
Extreme.
You know, everything is sexual, everything is objective, everything is expose. You know, I was just recently out and about, and I had a young lady who I encountered, and she was like in a public place putting lotion on her legs, right? Split up real high. And, you know, you got to say, my Lord, you know, beautiful girl, but sexuality, again, is in everything. And even without realizing it, our minds have been trained to look at women like objects. You know, little thigh here, a little butt there, little nipples, a breast there, you know, everything is that.
But it worked both ways.
Mm-hmm.
And here's why I say that. Young girls,
Mm-hmm.
when they're 10, 11, 12, 13, or whatever age group, these guys are reading these romance novels.
Yes.
Okay, and they're getting a warped sense as to what a man coulda, shoulda, woulda been,
Mm-hmm.
exactly what he ought to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then young boys are probably exposed to, God forbid, porn and sex and everything
But
else.
that's happening to girls now too.
You know,
Where
yeah.
girls are now looking at a lot of porn online. So they're, you know, knowing not just about the man's physical body, because most little girls who's had a little brother, they know that a man has a penis. They know that a man has,
It's
you know,
different, yeah.
scrotum. They know that, blah, blah. But now, because they're watching the porn, the sensitivities
Yeah, reduce.
are being
Mhm.
changed.
Mhm, yeah.
You know, priorities are being changed. So now the raw physical nature of sexuality is being exposed to them at such a young age that it's really scary. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. And the thing of it is that at certain ages, they really don't know what they're doing.
no,
You know,
no.
they just okay. That's what I saw. That's what I'm gonna do.
Mm.
All right. And I know when I was a little younger.
How much younger?
Can't tell you, cause this what happened was.
Did people still ride horses?
Oh, we just got the automobile. No, but when I was younger, we heard, you know, just about 3 or 4 guys.
Mm-hmm.
We were standing on the corner, and we heard this noise. And we looked around,
Mm-hmm.
so we know it's coming from this car. So, you know, we go to the car. Can't see nobody. Over the back door, these 2 little kids, about like that.
Why?
Yeah, he on top of her.
Mm.
You know.
That's starting young.
Yes.
Wow.
He couldn't do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But he could. This is what I saw.
Mm-hmm. So he's imitating.
Imitate. That's right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the thing of it is that parents should be more involved with their children and not let the streets, society, multimedia raise their children and teach their children what they should be doing.
You need to say that one more time.
I forgot.
But anyway, what he's just said, he said parents need to be more involved in the raising of their children and not allow society, the streets, multimedia, i.e. YouTube, and Instagram and Pictogram and anybody else's gram, raise their children. The impact of society and the information that's out there on Google is quite a lot. There's a lot of stuff out there. I even nominate, shall I say, suggest that you should use time limits on your kids with the internet.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
You know, and supervise very closely what they're looking at, because there's a lot of stuff out there.
Mm-hmm.
Even the cartoons now are so suggestive. I
Yeah,
mean,
very.
you know, the little mangas that now out there, you get the girl with the teeny weeny skirt, and you know her butt cheeks are basically showing from underneath the skirt. What is that doing to the young male mind? You know,
Warping the mind.
yeah. Well, I mean, we're talking about sexuality. One of the key things about sexuality, the child before he or she has first had sex to the child after he or she has first had sex, you're now dealing with two different individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Because sexuality impacts the identity of the individual.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
There's no way you get the little girl back after
No.
she's had sex.
Little
You
girl
know,
gone.
Little girl gone. She thinks you're a woman. You know,
Mm-hmm.
how the old people used to say, you think you smell because you're smelling yourself. You know, the young boy, he's not a boy anymore. You know,
Had a little taste.
he's gonna tell you what he gotta tell you. He had a taste.
Yeah.
Yeah. As they used to say, his nose is wide open. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and he's on that trail.
And he ain't blown it either.
You know,
Again, though, we're talking about the male man, the heterosexual man that's not looking at another man. He's looking at females. He wants to be with a female. He considers himself a man and doesn't want to be touched by another man. Okay, we're not talking about
Variance.
yeah.
any variance or any other philosophy of life.
Yeah. But you know, the thing of it is that guys, especially young guys, when that testosterone started to
Raise up, yeah.
go up, things really, like we said in the other podcast, they started to notice girls.
Mhm.
It's frightening because last year, and I probably won't really call the school in the event, but last year I remember I dropped my son off to a place here in Georgia, you know, that does like play and spinning and kicking
Right.
and jumping and twirling.
Right.
Okay.
Gymnastics.
Thank you. And this girl was probably about maybe 9.
Mm-hmm.
My God.
Already.
You know, and I'm looking at her, I'm thinking, okay, that's a grown up, you know,
Right.
with all these kids.
Right.
So the parent kind of sat beside me, you know, and, you know, I kind of heard the lady in front of me, like an older lady, and, you know, she was whispering to the other person. And of course, I was nosy because, you know, I was trying to figure out.
You just had big ears, huh?
Yes, like Dumbo, right?
Just a moment now. Now you hear about what some men do. It's still within the spectrum of men, okay?
Yeah.
But I just wanted to let you know that some men
Eavesdrop.
Yeah. And the reason why I eavesdropped.
and it wasn't about money.
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. Because when I looked through the glass, right, we're all parents sitting down in this glass and of course the gym. And I'm thinking, man, this is a grown up in this room. But then the grandmother was there talking, and that's kind of how I knew that it was the mom, and it was, you know, that's her daughter, because you know the grandmother just kind of you know described how she dressed, you know, and she said, baby, don't you think that's a bit too much for her to be wearing? So when I heard it, I said, oh, that's not a big girl.
That's a
That's a little girl.
Mhm.
And she said, she's 9. I'm thinking, maybe she's 9. I'm thinking, she's 9. That's a very developed
9-year-old.
19-year-old.
Right, yeah.
So
19.
now, so my point is, right, that our kids of today,
Mhm.
they're growing at such a rapid rate that at 8, 9, 10, they look like adults,
Mhm.
you know, and they draw the attention, you know, of
Well, they
all
draw the
kind of,
attention
you know.
because of what they have on.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That too.
I stopped to
That
get
too,
yeah.
some gas or something yesterday, and you know, I heard this little bit of noise behind me. I turned around and looked. This young lady get out this car,
Mhm.
and her skirt must have been about like that,
Mhm.
and she had these fat thighs. And of course, what a guy gonna do? Ooh, you know, here it is. And don't get me wrong,
Mhm.
men shouldn't be looking at ladies as a piece of meat.
That's what they're selling.
Yep, that's what they said.
I mean, listen, you go into Walmart, and let's just get real. You go into Walmart, you can't go down the aisles without seeing women who dress in a way as to be alluring.
Yeah.
Okay, another word is seductive. Okay, in other words, it says, look at me and look at my thighs, look at my butt, look at
what I
my
got.
features, okay, and like it, want it,
Mhm.
okay.
But I play the advocate here. But a woman should be able to wear whatever she wants.
True.
What
But-
advocate? The devil?
But check this out. My wife and I was over at this particular school, and this young lady
Mm-hmm.
had on this dress.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, you know, a little short, showing some thighs. She come down the steps, and the way she came down the steps, and the way the sun hit that dress, it was as if she had nothing on.
Ouch.
Alice was right, but the guy next to us, he looked at that and said, I'm gonna get me some of that.
Oh, wow.
And
Right.
he left us.
So go get it.
Go get it.
But you know, there's a reality, and we're talking about men and sexuality, and talking about sex. Sex for a man starts with his eyes.
Yes.
It doesn't start with touch. Touch is cream on top.
Mm-hmm.
But sex starts in his eyes and it moves into his mind and thought process. So now, for you ladies to really get the same sense that I'm talking about, you pass a Popeye's chicken or some place like that you like and you're hungry. You smell a whiff of that chicken, you know what it is, and what do? You turn that car around and you go get that chicken. Okay? For a man, sexual attraction is almost as magnetic as you're going to get that piece of food. Okay?
Or even worse.
Yeah, or even worse. It can be.
Depending on the mental state.
Oh my God, mental state. Because for a man, every man is driven. And when I say driven, there's something inside of every man that will make him.
Want that woman?
It's not just a want. It's
It's a craving.
It's an overpowering desire to
Yeah.
to investigate, to get, you know, of course, you know, we call it your predator. We are far above the realm of a predator because a predator seeks and destroys and he devours and he's gone. But for a man, it's a lot more than just seek and destroy and devour and gone. It's the constant push
To possess.
Of course.
But you see, the thing is that, and let's digress a little bit. When you look at television and at some of the shows that come on television, I think one of the popular ones now is what's the lady with all the tattoos? So her whole body is tattooed, and it's a roadmap to figure out who the killer is.
Oh.
Anyways, one is
Oh, yeah.
I forget the name of it. It's kind of like a cop drama.
Limit.
I really can't remember it. But the point is that even back in the day, it used to be the Baywatch that would come on. When Baywatch would come on, you see this girl running across the beach in the distance.
Pamela Anderson.
You see my point already? I didn't have to say anything. People, Pamela Anderson. Why? Because Pamela Anderson is running across the beach, and as the camera slowly zooms in, it starts off this face, but then suddenly you don't see face, you see breast bouncing.
Extremities.
Okay, and then you don't even see breast bouncing. You are now right at the vagina, looking at her thighs in a movement. What did the camera just do? The camera just fed you
information,
lust
in your mind
at the level of trying to possess, have, okay, the smile was there, yeah, but I got to have the breast. Yeah, the breast was there, but I got to get to the stuff. So what has happened is that the camera has now made you a schizophrenic, because schizophrenics see body parts. They don't see the whole person.
Right.
Okay, so the schizophrenic mind only sees what it wants to possess. Okay? Women are fed the same type of information but in a different way.
Format, right.
They are fed a formula that constitutes a social realm that they want to be in.
Okay.
Whether that's marriage or whether that's a significant relationship,
Right.
whether that's her life with a baby, or, you know, all these different things, or she's judged, you know, or whatever else. It's a social reality that women seek, whereas men, again, seek a manipulatable world that they build and that they collect and add stuff to add up to what they want. Okay? So at the base nature of a woman, she's going to look for the social reality that she wants,
Right.
whereas that man is going to look for the possessions, the objectives, the things that he's going to conquer, go get and do,
Right.
or have.
And
Sounds like
everything.
warfare.
Well,
It is.
okay. Everything is designed to tap into a man's boyish nature, because the man nature understand what that is. Okay, the man nature is able to say, wait a second, I need more than just what I'm seeing. But the boy nature doesn't get that.
No,
okay,
no.
the boy is like, mine. Everything a little boy see, 2, 3, 4. I want that. Ooh, I want that. Ooh, I want that. And he can see 10 commercials, and he want all 10 items.
Right.
So
right,
everything
right.
is designed when it comes to the sexuality of men
Right.
to tap back into your boyish nature.
Right.
So you always want,
Right,
but
right.
you never need anything.
But you see, that's my point. It's gotten to the point now in our society that there's very little getting to know you
Yeah.
that really happens in the sexual arena. It's about getting, conquering, having. And today, I would do this 2 ways. My background is a minister. So for me, I recognize that once you get into sexuality the wrong way,
Yeah.
you are now in it for what you can get, not usually for what you can give. So that you're not there to make a true investment, even though your body is making an investment.
Right.
Even though you're saying the things that you think she wants to hear. Okay, yeah, baby, I love you. Yeah, baby, I want you. Yeah, baby, you know you're the only one.
We're going to be together forever.
Exactly. You know, we're going to build our lives together.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, Danny, whatever you want. You know?
And that's the deception in the sexuality when it comes to men. We can sell you an image of what life is, but never the impact of what life should be.
Right.
Well,
And the worst thing you can do is to sell the image but not the impact. Impact says, I'll be disciplined, I'll take care of you as a man, I'll love you, I'll honor you, I'll cherish you, whether you're my girlfriend, my fiance, or my wife, okay? Because
Right.
it don't matter. As long as a man is with a woman, he has a responsibility in how he nurtures and cares for her.
Right.
But the
Right.
image says, if it's tainted by sexual
Right.
indiscretion and so on, girl, I love you. Girl, I'm here for you. I will tell you whatever I need to tell you to get your emotions to be heightened, to buy into the image of a thing is the look of a thing, because women sometimes are governed by the eyes.
Right.
Okay? So we can tell you the image of a thing, but the impact of who we are is lost, and then you pick up a dud that will
Well-
abuse you, that will...
But see, and then it flips back the other way. I know too many men who have been dictated to by their penis rather than by using their higher mind. So as a result, now their penis and their balls are talking, and I'm being very crass, very direct to it because I don't want to get lost in language. We start to live motivated by our very basis of nature. And what that does is that creates a very emotional man, whether or not he can pass off, I'm a manly man, or not. He's living for the time he can get off.
Yeah, the moment.
The time he can get off. And so now, every girl he sees is somebody else yet to get her, subdue her to himself.
For the moment.
For the moment.
Not
Okay.
on my bedpost.
Yeah. And so, but then you have women who get into a place where they lose some level of idea of where their social placement is. And they began to live also just for the moment. Okay? The moment that they can feel that release, the moment that they can feel like they are
Being loved.
on, secured, cared for,
Yeah.
even for just a moment. Okay? And that basically makes that man now reduced to the animal that he is, and that woman now reduced to the animal that she is. Right down there in a state where you say, should these people even be allowed to have children? Because there's none of the responsibility,
Right.
none of the accountability. Okay? Because when two people come together, there's always got to be a system of responsibility and accountability installed in order to keep them together.
But I don't want none of that. I just want to get my rocks off.
Well, then, Silly Sally is the place to go. She'll let you get your rocks off.
Yeah.
And woman, understand this. You know in your heart of hearts when you have a real man.
Yes.
You know when this
Easy
boy
to tell.
is playing games. Just stop acting all beautiful and trying to, kind of just see the man's heart, because every man, he has a heart. And I promise you, in as many words, his heart is showing. And you have to be able to decipher exactly what that is, or you're just another notch, you're just that moment, you're just the next best thing for that 2 or 3 months that he took to get you, and then he's gone again. So nobody wants that.
But again, think, and this is for the male and the female. Men have dreams. Real men have dreams and goals. Real women have dreams and goals. My advice to anybody who's out there dating is simply this. Before you allow someone to become a part of your dreams, of your goals, set a gate in front of your dreams and goals.
Boundaries, man, boundaries.
Yes.
Boundaries, I'm going to say a gate where you have the key. Put a moat in front of it.
With gators in it.
Okay? Put a test in front of your gate. Okay? Not anybody can get to this gate. Okay? Why? Because you want to put some priorities in place. You want to make sure that that guy or that girl, they have a job.
Yes.
They have respect for the people in their community. That they care about more than themselves. Okay? Because love will not change anybody. And sex often disguises itself as love when it's just sex. Understand that there's a difference.
Yeah.
So that when you sit there and you start trying to make relationship happen,
Right.
what are you really doing?
Yeah. And the other thing about it is, don't enter into a relationship where you think you will change the other person.
Oh, that's always a big
No.
mistake.
Mhm.
No.
It doesn't happen.
Wrong. It doesn't happen. All you wind up doing is tricking yourself into being used.
And are frustrating yourself and frustrating that other person. Listen, if money is your world, don't marry somebody who doesn't have any.
Right. Don't
If-
spend all yours.
If education is your world, and you just want to go to school, then don't marry a person who has other objectives.
High school dropout.